Hi everybody, my name is Jakub and today I will show you how to solve the first example from today's problem set. Alex decided to propose to his girlfriend Kate. He baked 9 cupcakes and hid a golden engagement ring inside one of them to surprise Kate. Unfortunately, when Kate received the cupcakes, she told Alex she's going to share them with her family and only eat one herself. Alex now needs to make sure Kate gets the correct cupcake, but he forgot which one was it. Fortunately, his grandma let him use her old balance scales to weigh the cupcakes, but he can only perform 2 weighings. Is it possible for him to find out which cupcake is heavier and therefore contains the ring? Okay, so what we have here is, first of all, we have 9 cupcakes, and I've marked the one that has the ring as the black one. If it was just a chocolate one and the other 8 were some sort of light cupcakes, then that would have been obvious. This is just a visual indication. Alex doesn't know where the ring is. That's the whole problem. What else he has are these balance scales that his grandma gave him. And how it works is that, for example, if you place 3 cupcakes on one side and 2 cupcakes on the other side, or like basically put 2 things of different weights, then the one that's heavier will go down like this. And this isn't that helpful if you put 3 cupcakes on one side and 2 cupcakes on the other side, because then we don't learn anything. We don't learn anything about the position of the ring, because we obviously expect 3 cupcakes to be heavier than 2, right? It might happen that the 2 cupcakes are actually heavier if one of them contains the ring, right? If the ring is somewhere in here. But it's pretty unlikely, and we don't want to base the whole algorithm on something random, right? We want this to be foolproof. We want this to be a foolproof method to always find the ring, no matter what happens with the scales. Okay. So the first observation, first rule that we're going to have is that we have the same number of cupcakes on both scales. Right. So let's add the third one. The third one there is on this side, and now we have the same number of cupcakes on both sides. Alright, actually what that means is that because we have 9 cupcakes, and 9 is an odd number, we will always have to leave some cupcakes out, and we always have to just measure some subset, some part of cupcake. Not all the cupcakes at the same time can be on the scales. And that is actually good, because if you place the same number of cupcakes on both scales and they go into balance, they're exactly balanced, that means that no cupcakes are heavier, they're all the same weight. And that means that the one that has a ring inside has to be one of the cupcakes we did not put on the scales. Okay. The second rule is that we can leave some cupcakes out, and that's fine. That's actually very helpful, right? If you put the same number of cupcakes on both sides, then 3 things can happen. Either one of the sides, either left goes down, right goes down, or they are in balance. Okay. And again, whichever side goes down has the ring. And if they are in balance, the ring is in the third part, which we left out. Okay, now we have to think, what is the optimal number of cupcakes to put on each scale in the first measurement? Well, let's think about it. If you put 4 cupcakes on both sides, right? So let's just sort of draw this. Let's add 1 to each side. If you put 4 cupcakes on each side, then what happens is, if we're lucky and they balance out, we know for sure that the 9th last cupcake is the one with the ring, the one that we didn't measure, right? So that's cool. We only need one measurement in this case. But if they don't balance out, if one of the sets of 4 cupcakes is heavier, then we now only know that the ring is among some 4 cupcakes, and that's really hard to find where the ring exactly is in one measurement, because we only have 1 weighing left, right? On the other hand, if we decide to start from putting 2 cupcakes on each side of scales, then if one of them goes down, we are lucky, because we only have to identify the ring out of 2 cupcakes, right? Because we know that if 2 cupcakes go down, then the ring is in one of those 2. So we only measure those 2 and we find out which one's heavier, right? Easy. But then on the other hand, if they are in balance, then the ring must be in one of the 5 cupcakes that we left out. And that's too many. Again, too many to measure in one measurement. So we have to go somewhere in between, right? So actually, the initial idea was the best one. We put 3 cupcakes on each side, okay? That's how we start. 3 cupcakes on both scales, and 3 are left out. In this in this case, if you do it like that, we know, let's say that those 3 are left out, right? So regardless of what happens, if we are always left with 3 cupcakes, and we know that one of those 3 cupcakes has the ring, right? Because if this side goes down, we know the ring is here. If this side goes down, we know the ring is here. And if there's certain balance, we know that the ring is here, right? So that's what we want. Okay, so either way, we find a group of 3 cupcakes, one of which contains the ring. And remember, this was this one because I marked it with black. Okay, and we have one weighing left, and now it's pretty easy to imagine what we have to do. We have 3 cupcakes, and we just do the same thing, right? We put 1 cupcake on each side, and the third one we leave out. The third one is not being weighed. And then if they come in balance, that means that the third one we didn't put on scales has the ring. But if with one of the cupcakes heavier than the other, that means that the heavy one has the ring, right? So in step 2, again, 1 cupcake on each scale, right? And then if one of them goes down, that one has the ring. If they are in balance, the third one has the ring, right? So either way, no matter what happens, we always find the cupcake with the ring, and Alex can, unless he forgets again, can give that special cupcake to his girlfriend to propose to her. And will she accept? Well, we don't know. We are only here to help Alex find the correct cupcake. I hope that was helpful, and see you later.